Hi, so you see in the little break, I was busy drawing some more of these shapes, and for the most part, I was starting um, with the big area and then going over top and tracing all of these little different colors. So I'm going to do that right now for you. I'm going to do this area right here. So I'm going to start by drawing this darker green shape around here where his leg comes around. There's a little bit of break here, so I'll just follow that. Now, if you get too close to something, you can end up connecting points to another shape, and I didn't there, so that's good. But sometimes if that happens, what I recommend you do is just sit Command Z, Command Z, Command Z until you get to that point where it's not hitting there anymore. So I'm going around this shape here, and there I filled it. So now I see this white line here, and then I see this dark greenish, brightish green shape in here. And then over that I see some different mottled colors. So I'm gonna look at this bright limey green right there, and I'm gonna draw this shape around here. I think I'm gonna go this way. Nope, change my mind. I'm gonna come in over this way. Get that, around here. And then on top of that, I'm going to do this lighter color. Okay. And I'm gonna overlap it with this shape here. There's like a little bean shape here. Now, even within the shape, there are some subtle variations because this point over here. So you see it's from dark to medium to light. So I'm just gonna do the outline of that shape for now, and then I can go back in and think about how I want to handle more of that. So this white, I could just make that a line there, hit the P. I'm going to make this white just a line here and hit the P. And then this white, I'm going to make a full shape. Okay. Now, these lines that I've made, they're not all perfect, and there's noodling that needs to be done, especially right here. So I will show you that after I put in some color because I'm going to evaluate it with the color in it. So I'm going back over to the layers, and I'm going to unlock this layer. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want to be able to pick all the different colors that I've got on here. I'm going to start with the small ones. So I've got this shape using the eyedropper, picking that bright yellow color. I'm going to pick up this one and pick up this slightly darker green. See now, I think, okay. See, I'm confusing myself because I was wondering which shape was which. So there's my background shape, so I'm not going to do that one yet. Let me stick to the smaller ones that are on top. So this shape right here is a lighter color there. And then I've got this white here, whitish color that I'm going to grab this color. That looks a little bit too bright, so I'm going to go in and get a little bit of a deeper color. And then these white lines, I am going to select this white here and there, and then I'm going to go up. Oops, it doesn't look like I actually got that white there. And then I'm going to toggle it so that becomes a line. And then because that's a stroke, I want to make it a rounded edge, and I'm going to thicken up that line a little bit there, okay? And then moving back down into the bigger shapes, I'm going to make this one this bright green, and then this bigger one is going to be sort of, see there's a big cross here from this dark green getting lighter, lighter, lighter to here. So I pick somewhere in the middle. But you know, I'm noticing right here, before I do that, there's this edge here that I think really should be more white. So I'm going to go back in and do a little bit of a whitish shape here. I'm going to go over top of this. Okay, so now I'm going to grab that lighter color for there. And now lastly, I am going to, oops, I picked that big outer. I know that because I see that red box there. I'm going to grab this inner one there. And I'm going to grab a medium color in here. And then this one, I'll show you. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to show you what it looks like around the back. So I'm starting to get some details. So that big blob of color will just fill in all the little white areas in the end. But I'm going to do Command Z because I still have this whole face to do here. Okay, so this isn't looking perfect. It looks really jagged. So that's where we come in and start fussing. Also, these whites look a little bit too bright to me. So I'm going to go into my color swatches here and I can go in and adjust the color. I don't have to just pick from the swatches. I can adjust here. And I'm not loving the way this line looks. I thought a line might be nice instead of everything being shaped. But for now, I'm going to leave it because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and adjust my points. Now, I could have done that earlier because obviously, you know, I pointed out that this point was bothering me here. But once I get some of it painted in, I can see things more than this mass of red lines. So how to do that is to click on the line. So I'm going to click off again. I hover right on the line and you can see that little word path up above my arrow. So I click on that and then the handles appear and I can move a dot out. I can also pull a handle around. Now see the way this particular dot just has one handle. If I need another handle, I want you to see over here is my pen tool and there's that little arrow. If I click on that arrow, click again. Unclick. This is extremely odd that I'm having trouble getting these tools there. Okay, I wasn't holding down long enough. So I have my finger pressed down now on the mouse. So there's the pen tool. This adds a point, this deletes a point, and this allows me to go in and pull out some points. All right, so now I've completely lost where I was. So I was over here. So I've got this tool so I can pull out that point. Well, I've got this tool already. I might go and pull out some other points that I see are kind of sharp. There's a sharp thing there, but that's not my problem. I'm going to go back now, and I've got the white arrow. The problem with this point over here are that my handles overlap. So when you get a sharp point there, let me zoom in here. So when you get an indent and you know that you've got 2 points on there, I know, because I've been doing this a long time, that it's because these handles are overlapping. So if I just pull, oops, Command Z a lot when you do this. Unclick, because I've got all the points highlighted in red. So I want to make sure that they're white. So when I'm clicked on the actual shape now that I can't do what I was trying to do, recreate what I just did. I am hovering over that outside line, and if I click on it so that all the red dots are showing, then that's not red, meaning that the points are all solid. You have to unclick, that happens, and click again. And of course, it happened before, and now it's not happening. Happened by accident, now I can't recreate it. So you can go in and play with all these points. Now this shape up here looks sort of blobby, and the real shape of this bug would have more dynamic shape to it. So it's an organic shape, so you can be sort of, it doesn't have to be precise, but it needs to feel like it's really that shape, this organic type of thing. So I'm going to see this point here that doesn't have the handle, so I can go back, grab that adjustment tool. Now all of these tools have quick hand tools. So when I click on here, you see the anchor point is also Shift C. So if I were on the pen tool and I wanted to fix something, actually if I go to the white arrow tool and I wanted to fix something that only had one handle. I'm not seeing an example of that, but anyway, I would hit Command Option. That wasn't the tool. What was it? Sorry. Shift C. Sorry. Shift C. Then it turns it into that tool when I lean over it. When I click on it, then I get that tool. Now the trick is, which I didn't do, you have to get the tool and then you have to unclick. So let me do that again. So I want to fix some points. Sorry, the cat got in the way. I want to go and get this point here. So I can hit Shift C and I get the tool and pull that point out. And then I go back to the white arrow. So where people have trouble sometimes is you've been drawing with the pen tool, right? And as you draw something, you just draw it and then you have to let it go because it's the white arrow that you go to make the adjustments. And then it's back under the pen tool where you get these other tools, okay? So now you see it's plus and minus to add and subtract points. So that's pretty easy. So when I'm making my way around something, if I have the pen tool in my hand, I can just add a point or delete a point. So if I hover, you can see the plus sign shows up. And if I want to delete, you see that turns into a removal point, okay? So again, the white arrow helps you to go in and move the points around and move the handles around. But if you want to go and add a shape and then later delete a point or add a point, you do it from the tools under the pen tool. And then if I want to go and move that out, I can't do it with the pen tool. I need to go back to the white arrow and move it. And again, you can't just click on it with the white arrow. You have to unclick and hover over the red, hover the path, and then click it. Okay, there you go.